Hello, hi everyone. Um, about 6 weeks ago I did a video showing my garden and this is an update. It's coming on very well. So, here's the peas. They're doing well. The carrots aren't doing as well as I wanted because the frost got them, so I had a new load in about 3 weeks ago over here, and there's another 2 rows in yesterday and a row of, what do you call it, radishes. Then the cabbages are doing really well. Unfortunately, I'm getting damage from cabbage moth and have to watch out for those every day. They're insidious little boys. And beetroot some are doing well, some aren't doing as well as others. Leeks, they're coming on well. That's Musselborough. And this one here is called Oarsman. That's a new leek I've got. It's doing very well. These onions got a huge battering about 3 weeks ago from the wind. It was really severe. But they're coming back again. And these ones here have done fairly well too. They're actually doing very well. And then over here I have 3 tomato berry plants. Those have a tomato like a little strawberry and they're very sweet. I've never tried those before, but we'll see how they go. And those are little turnips in there, just for proof. There you go. Those are nice. Now, something to show you now. I said I was going to do a few developments in here. Well, one of them is that I've got my bed done up here. I've got that bed made, which took a lot of work to show you. And it's this here. I've got 5 new beds in, 4 8x4 and 1 4x4. So I've got corn here. Now I've got something to ask you guys because I've never grown this well before. It was a bit of an attempt last year. But look at this. Down at the bottom we've got like more branches coming out or stalks. Do I leave those on or take them off? I'm not too sure what to do, so any help would be appreciated, thank you. And then we have climbing beans. These are a bean called Cobra, and they're doing really, really well. Beans have a beautiful flower. If I see if I can find one here, yeah. They're a lovely little flower. And then there we have 2 beans down here. Have started to grow. Beans lose their leaves as they go up, and then the flowers come out behind. Here we have turnips or Swedes. There's 2 different varieties there, and with more corn. Now these ones are in. I've got these in 9x4 to see how they'll do, and these ones here are 8x3. They're a bit tight crushed, but at the same time I need to maximise my potential here, so I'm feeding them well and to see how they do. So that's the experiment. Now this is what's going to get me put in the lunatic asylum, but I told you I was going to do it. Outside tomatoes in Northern Ireland, and the boys here said you'll never grow tomatoes outside. Some didn't even say anything when I told them I was going to do this because they reckoned that I was too far gone for help. But look at what I've got. I've got tomatoes, and I've got tomatoes over here, and I have tomatoes here, and I have tomatoes in here. So those are quite a success. Now I'll go down and show you the greenhouse now. Maybe I'll do the greenhouse first. Yeah, those are garlic chives and romaine balloon or ballon lettuces. And then in here you'll see a change in here. Right, carrots. They had no water for 1 day and they just fell over, but they're coming back again. And then we've got some hispy cabbages and rocket lettuce, mixed salad, and more romaine ballon. And that's a hot chili, sweet chili here, and another hot chili and a sweet chili. Those are doing very well in pots, but I'll show you the other ones in a minute. And then these are just some scallions I have at the back. I find scallions grow better for me in pots than in the ground. I don't know why, but maybe I've got some sort of a mealworm or something that affects the onions. I'm not too sure if that's part of the deal. And then down here we have my tomatoes. On this side we have my lettuces and peppers and onions. More of those later. So here we have Elsa Craig, and they're just starting to flower now. Oh, tomato in here. tomato, and that's Moneymaker, another famous one, and there's some tomatoes in it. And this one here is Gardener's Delight, which is the one I have outside, and the outside ones are doing better. Okay, I've got a wee, there's a tomato there. Where are we? There's a tomato there, so that's okay. And then cauliflowers. I've built a little sort of a frame around the cauliflowers because last year they are not cauliflowers, cucumbers. They grew up really well, but then the fruit became so heavy that it ripped all these tendrils off the stalk and they all slid down to the ground. So I'm trying the horizontal support as well. These, when I bought these, it said 30 cucumbers per plant. They're only about 3 inches long. They're a small cucumber. And I thought, 30 cucumbers per plant, that'll do well. That'll get me through the summer and give a few away. I looked at the packet again 2 days ago and it says 30 cucumbers per plant per week. So I'm going to have 120 cucumbers a week to get rid of. So you might be getting them sent to you if you're unlucky enough. This was a little experiment. I put onions in here, but it's too warm for them. They did really well in springtime and then they've just eased back. And then these are sweet peppers here. Now they're doing well. This is my first year I've got them to grow well in the ground. But look at this. Those are my hot peppers, and there's only one of them that's doing well. Well, two. But look at this here at the back. That boy's not doing well. And this little boy at the front, he's not doing well either. So I don't know what's going on here. But I've got them in pots just as an insurance policy, and I've got some lettuces here as well. They are ready to go. So then outside now, I've got to show you this again because I'm very proud of this, you know, considering it was just a disaster the last time you saw it. So then over here we have a garden pearl tomato. This is another one called tomato berry. Raspberries, which are just an experiment. Then we've got some beans that I had left over growing up poles out of a pot. And then we've got two more garden pearl. These are sweet pea, an old-fashioned, heavily scented sweet pea that is very, very nice. It's to bring in insects, but also when these start flowering, I'll bring them up towards the house and get the scent in at night. And then there's some more tomatoes. Look at these. Those are doing well, aren't they? Those are called Red Alert. They're designed for a northern temperate climate, so they do well. And I've got a few more over there. Oh yeah, back here again. Giant pumpkins, but I made a mistake. I planted them in the wrong direction. Apparently they grow opposite the first true leaf, and that's the only one that actually is growing in the right direction. But what I'll do, I'll just feed them round this way because they're going to get very big, and we'll see how they do. Now over here for my wood turning chums, while I'm going over, I'll just show you down here. There's another 5 pumpkins down there. This is for my wood turning chums. I got a phone call, if you let me store some wood, you can have as much as you want for wood turning, and I'll take the rest for firewood. So this arrived one afternoon, and I'm very happy. For the wood turners, I'm not going to bother sealing this up. You can see it's starting to check already, but all I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the sections here, and it means that the other stuff will be used for firewood. So there's no point in me sealing up stuff that's going to be used for firewood. So that's that. And in this little corner, lupins. I love lupins. Once the big stalk comes, if you cut it off, you end up getting these small stalks all over. I love the smell of lupins. They're really nice. Smell that there. Lovely. If you don't have the smell-o-matic, you'll not get that. And there's another one there. And just for the wood turners again, I've got another thing to show. There's like a maze, this house. There wasn't much thought put into building it. That's another load of wood I got one night. That's mostly laurel there. Now I've sealed that with glue, and look at the checks on it with the weather the way it is. So I've lost those, but no deal, no big deal. There's loads of stuff left. And then I'll just go up here and I'll show you. I haven't got my front garden done yet. A temporary measure, I filled in this hole here with quarry gravel. Run out of time here. We've got 9:35. Just get around here and show you this little bed that I did there last week. My mother was 80 last week, so that was that. So there you go. All right, all the best, folks. Bye bye.